Like Quicksilver, he doesn't take it all to him. Like, doesn't really go against him, any of the force really, but because of the speed, it protects him and it protects people if he's carrying them and whatnot. He also has some degree of endurance, obviously because he has to run a bunch, and super speed. He's the fastest being in all of the DC universe. He can run faster than the speed of light, and since I guess he is now the Speed Force, which is the highest measurement of velocity. Oh wow, I just chopped that up. Velocity, sorry, in DC universe. He goes really fast. I think he's probably faster than Quicksilver, considering how there's different barriers. You know, like there's the sound barrier, then there's the it's the sound barrier, it's the light barrier, it's the time barrier, it's the space barrier, and then there's the Speed Force barrier. So he can go to the Speed Force, and he demonstrated being able to actually travel through time during the Blackest Night stuff, where when they're trying to give him, and I think it was Hal Jordan, the Black Lantern rings, he brought them through time 2 seconds into the future, just 2 seconds, because it made the Black Lantern rings not work on them. So there you go. Also, he has complete control of all his molecules, which allows him to do the phasing that is really popular that he does, where you can go through solid objects and whatnot. And also he can he also has perception, just like Quicksilver. And I guess a way I should probably explain it more better, if you watch Smallville, when Clark Kent uses super speed and I want to show what he's seeing and whatnot, it's like that. Everything's all slow, and to him he's moving normal, I guess, but everything else is just so slow because he's really fast. He's perceiving it all slow. So yeah, and also his body works super fast as well. His reflexes are super fast. He can his body will basically he can run around the world in 3 seconds at least, and that's using his cruising speed. And he even told Superman that, you know, I'll get to that later, but yeah. And he some abilities, or not abilities, skills, sorry, what it is as a forensic scientist, he is a great detective and chemist. He went to school for to be a chemist, and also he got a minor degree, I think, in criminal psychology. So in the comic books I was reading, especially Final Crisis, I think, he and Batman would talk a lot about criminals and methods and whatnot. And also, as a former Blue Lantern, he had the ability of hope, and I put that as a skill because before you can become a Blue Lantern, you have to be able to basically like find the hope in people and have a lot of hope yourself. So that is a skill to do that, since a lot of people don't have hope, I guess, it seems. Some equipment he has is his ring. He made a special ring that will compact his suit into it, which is pretty impressive considering all the stuff on his suit, like the leg piece and everything. And it shoots out his suit whenever he needs it. He also has a built-in police scanner in the mask part of his suit. So yeah, that's his equipment. And some feats he has is he always beats Superman in a race. Like, he said in one comic book when he came back from the dead that the only reason ever Superman beat him in a race was because it was for charity. And that's understandable considering he's the fastest person in the DC universe. I don't think Superman should be able to beat him considering how he's just an alien. So I don't think just because you're an alien and there's a different color of the sun there, you should be like freaking God all of a sudden. But that's just my opinion. And also that's a superpower, so just give that to him. So, super speed, what's so hard about just giving someone, making him faster? And also he outran the Black Flash, which is basically death for Flashes. He turned into the Black Flash also, but they're called the Black Racer. Kind of like skis and everything. And he outran that which is like outrunning death basically, which is pretty cool. But he's the fastest being in the DC universe, which is a feat considering there's some pretty fast people in the DC universe. And also he has ran around the world 3 seconds. He at cruising speed, and also I put as a feat that he actually took part in helping defeating death. Like he actually helped defeat Necron, which is supposed to be like death, and that's pretty cool because that's you supposedly can't beat death if you've watched Final Destination, but in this you can, I guess. And that's moving on. Some backstory or how he got his powers and whatnot. He was working in the lab, police station I think it was, and that's where it works. And one night there was like a lightning storm going on, and he decided to continue working. And a random lightning bolt struck him while he was working, and he fell down, and a bunch of chemicals fell on him, giving him a chemical bath, kind of like the Joker, but not as bleachy. And yeah, after that he decided to go home and everything, and he wanted to get a taxi. Didn't see him, I guess, so kept on going, and he ran for the taxi, and he ran right past it as if the taxi never even like moved. And then after that he just kind of processed what's happening, and then after a while he was like, I have super speed, and he decided to use it for good, which he should, considering that he works for the police. And yeah, that's how the Flash came to be. And yeah, so if you ask me, I think that the Flash would win, considering how he seems much more in control of super speed, seems much faster, he seems to has much more skill. Quicksilver must hand to him. I think it'd be pretty like decent fight, like if they were just using super speed, like just to make themselves faster, nothing else, like no molecular stability, no no time travel, any of that stuff. I'd say that Quicksilver might win because he's a really good fighter. He's also pretty strong, and unlike the Flash, he does take all the forces, all the G-forces and everything. He takes that in. He doesn't have some aura thing, magical thing around him protecting him from that stuff. So yeah, I think if he was one-on-one, just mano to mano, just hand fighting, nothing special, no making vortexes while moving your arms really fast and whatnot, I think Quicksilver might win. But if just a regular fight, brawl to the finish, whatnot, I think Flash will win. And that's all. Write down in the comments who you think would win and why. And yeah, next video, hopefully tomorrow, next day.
Hey, yo, Sap, what's good, bruh? This man's kinda high out here. Hey, yo, the flyest motherfucker in the room. Yeah, you know it's me. Bitches hating.